Before you buying another plant pot, you need to know this. Most people spend hours choosing the perfect house plant but almost no time choosing the right pot. And that one mistake could be the reason your plant is not growing, keeps getting yellow leaves, or slowly dies, even when you are doing everything else right. In this video, I will show you exactly which pots help your plants thrive, which ones can be cause problems, and how to choose the perfect pot for every indoor plant. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you love indoor plants and want them to stay healthy, grow faster, and live longer, you are in the right place. One of the biggest mistakes beginners makes is focusing only on watering, fertilizer, or sunlight while completely ignoring the pot. But the truth is, your plant's pot affect everything from root health to moisture level and even how quickly your plant grows. Today we are going to compare the most popular types of plant pots, talk about their advantages and disadvantages, and help you choose the perfect one of every indoor plant. Let's get started. Think of your plant pot as your plant's home. If your home had no windows, poor airflow, or constantly flooded floors, and you would struggle to live there. Plants are no different. The pot control how much water stays around the roots, how much air reaches them, and even how stable the plant is as it grows. A healthy root system means a healthy plant. An unhealthy root system means yellow leaves, slow growth, dropping, and eventually a dying plant. So, choosing the right pot is not just about style, it's about giving your plant the environment it needs to thrive. Let's start with the most common option, plastic pots. Almost every nursery sell plants in plastic pots, and there are a good reason for that. Plastic pots are lightweight, affordable, and they hold moisture much longer than other material. That's make them a great choice if you are someone who occasionally forget to water your plants. They are also perfect for tropical plants that enjoy constantly moist soil like peace lily, pothos, and many philodendron. But here is the downside, because plastic holds water for longer, it's much easier to accidentally overwater your plant. If your pot does not have a proper drainage, the roots can sit in wet soil for too long and leading to root. So if you choose plastic pots, always make sure they have a drainage holes. And here is a quick questions for you. How many of your indoor plants are still sitting in the plastic nursery pot they came in? Let me know in the comments. I read every one. Now let's talk about one of my personal favorite terracotta pots. These classic clay pots are not just beautiful, they are incredibly functional. Unlike plastic, terracotta is beautiful and very useful. That's mean water slowly evaporate through the side of the pores, allowing the soil to dry faster. This improves airflow around the roots and they greatly reduce the chance of overwatering. If you have struggled with roots before, terracotta can be game changer. They are especially great for the plants like snake plants, cactus, succulents, aloe vera, and other drought tolerant varieties. But they are not perfect because they dry out quickly. You will probably need to water your plant more often, and they are also heavier than plastic and can break it dropped. Still, if your biggest challenge is overwatering, terracotta is one of the best investment you can make. Now let's move on the ceramic pots. If you have ever walked into home decor store, you have probably noticed that ceramic pots come in endless colors, shapes, and designs. They are perfect if you want your indoor plants to become part of your home's decor. Glazed ceramic pots also retain moisture better than terracotta because the glazed surface prevent water from escaping through the sides. That's make them a good middle ground between plastic and terracotta. However, not all ceramic pots are created equal. Some are sold without drainage holes, and while they may look beautiful, using them directly can trap water around the roots. A simple solution is to keep your plant in a nursery pot with drainage holes and place that inside the decorative ceramics pot. That's why you get the best of both worlds, healthier roots and stylish display. So before you buying a ceramic planters, always turn it over and check one simple thing. Does it have a drainage hole? Now if you remember only one thing from this entire video, make it this: always choose a pot with a drainage hole. And I don't care how beautiful the pot is, if water has now here to escape and your plant is at risk. Plant roots don't just need water, they also need oxygen. When the water sits at the bottom of the pot, it pushed out the air around the roots, and that's when problems begin. If you have ever wondered why your plant suddenly developed yellow leaves, droopy stems, and bad smell coming from the soil, poor drainage could be the reason. And if you absolutely love to decorate pots without drainage holes, here is simple trick. Keep your plant in its nursery pot with drainage holes and then place that nursery pot inside the decorative planter. You get the beautiful look you want and without putting your plant's health at risk. So after everything we have talked about which pot is actually the best, the truth is there is no one perfect pot for every plant. It depends on the plant's need and even your own watering habits. If you tend to overwater, terracotta is usually the safe choice because it dries out faster. If you sometime forget water, plastic pots can help hold moisture a little longer. And if you want something that's both functional and beautiful, a ceramic pot with a drainage hole is a fantastic option. The goal is not to buy the most expensive pot, it's choose the one that works best for your plant. That's the difference. Now here's a simple guide. Snake plant is best for the terracotta. Succulents and cactus definitely for terracotta. Pothos plastic or ceramics. Peace lily plastic or ceramics. Monstera ceramics with good drainage. ZZ plant terracotta work beautifully. And remember, there are not strict rules. Think of them as a great starting point while you learn what works best in your own home. So the next time you are shopping for a new plant pot, don't choose it just because it looks nice. Choose it because it's the right home for your plant. A simple change like the right pot can improve root health and reduce watering problems and help your indoor plants stay healthier for years. I hope this guide helped make choosing a right plant and right pot a lot less confusing. Now I would love to hear from you, which type of pot do you prefer? Plastic, ceramic or terracotta? Let me know in the comment, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more practical plants care tip, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.